Good morning. The Secretary General and the President will make opening remarks, and then we have time for a couple of questions. Secretary General.
President Milatović, dear Jakov, welcome to NATO Headquarters. It's great to see you. And this is your second visit to NATO, and it demonstrates your strong personal commitment to NATO, to our Transatlantic Alliance. It also demonstrates Montenegro's strong commitment to NATO. Montenegro is a valued ally, making many contributions to our shared security. This includes troops in our multinational battlegroups in Bulgaria and in Latvia, helping to deter aggression. It also includes your support to Ukraine, helping to uphold its right for self-defense. And it includes Montenegrin troops in NATO Mission Iraq, helping to build more effective and inclusive security forces and institutions. Montenegro also plays a key role in the Western Balkans, where you promote stability and peace. You provide troops to KFOR, our peacekeeping mission in Kosovo. This is even more important now at times of heightened tensions. NATO's commitment to KFOR and our United Nations mandate is unwavering. KFOR will continue to act impartially. We have increased our presence and will continue to take all necessary measures to ensure a safe and secure environment and freedom of movement for all communities in Kosovo. We call on all parties to de-escalate and return immediately to the EU-facilitated dialogue. This is key for lasting security in Kosovo and stability in the region. Let me also welcome Montenegro's efforts to further increase defense spending. This is important because it will keep our alliance strong. It is also part of Montenegro's progress on the path to Euro-Atlantic integration and reforms. Montenegro's NATO membership is good for Montenegro, good for the region, and good for the whole alliance. Greek and Italian jets help to police your skies. Your forces exercise alongside 30 other allies, and Montenegro is stronger and safer as part of the most successful alliance in history. During our meeting, we also discussed preparations for our NATO summit in Vilnius, where we will take decisions to further bolster our deterrence and defense, step up support for Ukraine for the long haul, and invest more in our security. I know we can count on Montenegro to help make our summit a success. So, Mr. President, I look forward to our cooperation and look forward to welcome you in Vilnius. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Secretary General, dear Jens. First of all, let me thank you for the warm welcome to NATO headquarters today. I think that your leadership and your personal commitment to NATO in the most challenging times for our alliance has made it stronger and more unified than it has ever been. So thank you for that. The meeting we had today was yet another opportunity for me to reiterate that Montenegro was, is, and will be a credible NATO ally. We had also the opportunity today to talk about our plans for the next NATO summit in Vilnius next month, including the issues on the agenda concerning the strategy for deterrence and defense of NATO, support to Ukraine, reinforcement of the investments for defense. We agreed that deterrence and defense strategy is particularly important, and we also agreed that it is the time to welcome Sweden as our next member of the alliance. To this regard, Montenegro has already ratified the Swedish accession in our parliament. We share the same system of values, and that is why we stand by our decision to support Ukraine in their fight for freedom. Montenegro joined NATO 6 years ago. We actually celebrated our 6th birthday a few days ago, contributing to our shared security, particularly to the one in the Western Balkans. we are going to build on this momentum from working to ensure that our commitment to defense spending remains sound. To that regard, already this year, Montenegro is reaching the commitment from the Wales Summit of 2% of GDP expenditure for defense purposes. I would also like to tell you that the stability of the Western Balkans, the region of strategic importance for NATO, and its European and Euro-Atlantic future remains a priority for Montenegro. Our joint efforts in NATO, together with the EU, remain even more important at the times of some heightened tensions that we see in the northern part of Kosovo. Let me also convey the message that the political changes in Montenegro will also bring the speedier EU accession of the country, which is particularly important for the democratic development of Montenegro and credibility of Montenegro in the alliance. And at the end, I once again thank you for the meeting today, dear Jens, as it represents an important opportunity to align again our views on the topics which are crucially important for the stability and unity of the alliance. Thank you.
Okay, we'll start with Radio Television of Montenegro.
Thank you very much, Ivan Mirnović from the Television of Montenegro. For Mr. Secretary General, Montenegro is in the process of creating a new government. What government do you expect to be formed in Montenegro? And for Mr. Milatović, a similar question. Do you expect that that new government will have enough support in the parliament in order to continue to be a credible NATO ally and to continue EU-related reforms? Thank you very much.
I think it's extremely important that it is the democratic elected institutions, the Parliament of Montenegro, that decides what kind of government Montenegro will have, not NATO. So this is really for the democratic institutions of Montenegro to decide. What I can say is that I'm absolutely confident that also a new government in Podgorica, in Montenegro, will be committed to uphold our shared values and to continue to be, to ensure that Montenegro will continue to be a committed NATO ally.
Well, thank you for the question. I mean, my personal expectation as the president, as well as the expectation of the people of Montenegro who just voted in the parliamentary elections, is that the country will get truly pro-European and pro-reform-oriented government, which will provide even more strength to the foreign policy goals of Montenegro, which are quite clear. This is credibility of our NATO membership, speedier EU accession, and good neighborly relations with the other countries of the Western Balkans.
Associated Press.
Thank you. My question is for both of you. The leaders of Serbia and Kosovo are in Brussels today at the EU to have talks. How important is it that they make progress on finding a solution to the current tensions?
It is important that the tensions in Kosovo are reduced, and that's a task and a responsibility for both parties. And therefore, NATO welcomes the efforts within the framework of the EU-facilitated dialogue to reduce tensions. I think what's the situation in Kosovo and also the presence of NATO demonstrates how NATO and the European Union works closely together in finding a path forward to reduce tensions and to find a peaceful solution. Because NATO has the presence of peacekeepers in Kosovo, in the KFOR force, with a clear UN mandate, and of course we remain loyal to the UN mandate. We have also increased our presence of KFOR troops in Kosovo as a reflection of the heightened tensions we have seen over the last weeks. What NATO does in Kosovo is impartial based on the UN mandate, and our presence there is to ensure the free movement of all communities, and also then to help and support the diplomatic efforts of the European Union. So we call on both parties to engage in good faith in the dialogue and to refrain from unilateral actions that can further escalate the situation in Kosovo.
Well, on the issues that are, currently happening in Kosovo, we as Montenegro are, fully committed to the dialogue, and we do support the dialogue between Pristina and Belgrade. We are calling for de-escalation of the tensions, and I'm, very happy to see that the leaders of Serbia and of Kosovo are today meeting in Brussels under the umbrella of the EU dialogue, and we are strongly supporting it. I think that the stability and prosperity of a region is important, also obviously for Montenegro, and we are hoping to be able to get there. So Montenegro has shown to be a place which is committed to the dialogue, and I think this is what should happen also between Kosovo and Serbia. So we are calling for the de-escalation of the tensions and return to the dialogue, which is being performed, as the Secretary General said, in a good faith. I think that's particularly important, to have the dialogue in good faith and to really aim to sort out the issues and the tensions so that the whole region can go back to the stability and prosperity.
Many thanks. This concludes this press conference.